today I'm going to be doing what if Deku, what if Deku had the power of all 7 homunculuses? And basically, uh, nothing really out of the ordinary really happened with Deku. He was still born quirkless, he still got bullied. I'm gonna say one day when he was basically around, like, I'm gonna say 5. Yeah, basically when he was around, he's like around, like, he's like 5, about to turn 6 in like a week or so. And basically he went back home one day to see ambulances, police cars, and shiz, basically all around his house. And basically, he was wondering, basically, like, what happened. Cause basically, he instantly ran up, like, to the police vans and to the police cars and stuff. And basically asked them, and actually basically just ran into, he basically went under the police tape and ran straight into his house. Cause I'm gonna say his house was basically the whole neighborhood was on fire. He basically ran into his house. And basically, he saw his mom burning to death. And he basically saw like these like people who had like marks on them, but also like some like red stones basically near them. And Deku was like, "What the hell?" So basically, he started like crying and like try to attack him with his like little kiddish body. He like punching them and stuff, like kicking them, but he easily just like basically flicked him away, just play with him and shit. Basically, yeah, basically a big explosion happened after that. Cause I'm gonna say basically they you know, yeah. So basically, a big explosion happened, and Deku was caught in an explosion, and basically he was severely injured. And basically, like he had on half of his, basically like his right and left arm were basically completely like they were still there, but they're like basically burned to a crisp and really damaged. And basically, so they basically Deku was just there, so they basically thought, and basically the building was like collapsing and stuff, so they didn't have time to basically get in there. So they're like, damn it, and they basically saw him running to there, and basically the neighbors said, before they basically went into ambulance, and that basically some people basically attacked them, and basically that like there's a woman in there and shit, and basically yeah. I'm gonna say that basically one of the I'm gonna say like basically all the homunculuses died. But I'm gonna say like basically like before they died, they like made like some random dude who who trusted a lot. Basically nobody really know about. And basically he made them create another homunculus. Yes. That basically had that was basically all of their sins basically combined together. So they did. Basically, he basically just hit down laid low until the alchemist age and shit was over. There's like over like 100 something years old. Like it's like probably like a couple of years old. Actually, he probably would be like half a century. Probably like 50 or 60 or so. And basically, I'm gonna say that he basically he didn't care about Deku or nothing. But basically, I'm gonna say, basically some random like a hero who like had a fire cord basically went into there and started basically attacking him, and basically the homunculus was basically like fighting the hero, basically like just basically wrecking him until the hero basically used this pretty big fireball that I'm gonna say was about the size of like 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 basically it looks like it basically looked like a big cruel sun, but you know it wasn't. And basically he threw the fireball at the person, Yeah, the homunculus, which basically the homunculus just regenerated from, and basically like, damn, he has like, and basically the person, basically the hero thought that he had a regeneration quirk, and then basically the homunculus basically just stabbed him. It basically turned his fingers into like something like basically like sharp claws, and basically basically used their fingers and basically pierced them right through the chest and basically killed them. And basically, I'm gonna say like basically like a piece of basically rubble fell off. And basically, I'm gonna say the homunculus is basically brain got damaged, I guess. So basically, say the homunculus died, which I know they really wouldn't die from this, but you know, fuck it, plot. And basically, yeah. And basically, yeah, I'm gonna say basically, and they could basically when they go to the emergency room, see like after like an hour state stop the fight, and basically they're surprised that he was like still alive, cause I'm gonna say like he was like away from everything, and everything, and basically yeah, he basically went to the hospital, and basically instead of them basically giving him prosthetics, cause I'm gonna say basically the same shit that happened to Kaneki basically happened to Deku. They basically put the homunculus's guts and shoes, which is fucking disgusting. I don't know how you put a fucking adult's guts into a little kid, but you know, fuck it. God. Anyway, and basically did that, and when Deku basically woke up, basically what's on, I think that's Elric, right? Basically, Elric, which is the one on the left. Damn, it's been a while since I watched Full Metal Alchemist. Basically, his arm was basically the thing in the picture you see on Alex's right arm, or whoever the fuck it is. I don't really know. And basically, yeah. And basically, there's like this like armor around, and basically there's like this like metallic looking armor around him, and like he had like these like sharp, basically his teeth basically look like Shinra's now. And basically, but his mouth was closed, but they had like these like fangs. They basically kind of like a boar's, or like it basically kind of like a boar's. Basically, basically the doctors woke up and he was like wondering, like, basically when the doctors came to the room, they basically like wondering like what the hell. It's like, you could, and mostly they could basically, oh, no, I'm not gonna give him that. Yeah, actually, yeah, I'll go. Basically, he like had like these tattoos formed around him, his whole body too. He had like one on his chest, one on his hand, one on his tongue, shit like that. And basically, basically the doctors basically, oh, like what the hell it happened? Like, is that his quirk? Is that a villain? Like, what happened? And basically, Deku really couldn't talk. And so they basically were trying to ask him questions, and he really couldn't talk. So they basically realized, they basically asked like, why is he not talking to them and shit? And basically, you know, they noticed that like, he's not attacking them, so they know he's not a villain. And so basically, they asked him why is he not talking, and they come to the conclusion he's not able to talk. So basically, like they basically ask him questions and basically tell him like shake his head, or basically like write it down, and basically, I'm gonna say basically Deku, bro, Deku can also use alchemy in this one, cause that one homunculus who has Elric's other the body parts that were like like prosthetics body parts, but he's like, this kind of makes no sense, but basically like his like actual body parts, not prosthetics. Basically, the one who has those basically had Elric's body. Homunculus really have no soul, so they can't really use alchemy. So they could basically use alchemy because of that. And basically, like, as soon as he like touched him, he wouldn't say that he basically was like standing up this like whole time, like freaking out in his mind, but he couldn't talk, like making these weird noises, and the doctor's like wondering like what the hell's wrong with him. So yeah, Deku's just making all these weird ass noises, and basically Deku, you know, they basically tell him like something not like how's he feeling and shit. Basically, as soon as they basically give him a paper, it instantly transmutes into these basically like pillars, like Sentum. I cannot remember the hero's name, but basically he like stopped Deku and Todoroki's like last like final attack things in the sports festival. Basically him. I think his name's like Sentimar, something like sentiment. Some shit. And basically yeah. Basically Deku did that, and the doctors were basically like cornered, and they were only is he a villain? And basically Deku was like, and basically I'm gonna say Deku got really freaked out. So all of a sudden. So I'm gonna say basically he like turned into this like weird like, and basically like these like weird clothes like basically like formed around him. I mean the middle went away, and basically just like weird clothes formed around him, and basically his claws and everything went away. Cause I'm gonna say the doctors basically slowly calmed him down and shit. They basically had these clothes on him, and then basically the doctors were like wondering like asking like what are the clothes, and Deku was like I don't know, and basically asked like Deku like what's your quirk? What's your quirk? And Deku was like, I'm quirkless. And he was like, you're clearly not. Why are you lying? And Deku was like, I'm not. And basically, like, I checked the records and shit. Cause I'm gonna say he goes, me. I say he goes, his mom died. What the hell am I talking about, bro? I'm high as fuck. Why the hell did I say that? Yeah, fuck it. Basically, Deku. Yeah, so basically, Deku just like stays in the hospital. Oh, kind of like thinking in his mind, like is his mom really dead? But he's like he's like thinking not, like he'll like definitely save her or some shit. You know, still kick Deku and shit. And so basically, yeah. I just like found out that he is on quirk, and so basically, I'm gonna say like some random family adopts him, and basically I'm gonna say the family got adopted into was the fuck it. I'm gonna say he got adopted into Kaminari's family. Cause I think Kaminari died. Cause he was basically using this. I'm gonna say basically he was like in the bathtub and everything. Basically they had like a special bathtub, but I'm gonna say like he like basically was like basically just being a dumbass kid. Cause like, his basically parents basically told him not to use his lightning on the water, but his dumbass did that shit anyway. And so yeah, that nigga got electrified to death. And so basically yeah. So Deku basically got up into their family. He basically went to school and everything. Basically he went to the quirk doctor. Cause I'm saying like basically every time he like woke up, like all he had these like clothes around him, and like he's like always like armor around him and shit. But eventually they found out like his power. He had the powers of like these like weird like being. Like he's like had the power of the homunculi and homunculus. Cause I'm gonna say they basically like knew about them because basically. Cause I'm gonna say that they had basically registered as like quirks basically, like early like the first people to have quirks basically. And so yeah. And basically they're like really surprised by this. And basically they asked Deku. They basically asked Deku to like use as much of his power as he can. Also, I'm gonna say Deku got like way like I'm gonna say like basically that changed like a lot. Like it basically changed his whole personality. I'm gonna say Deku's hair basically turned pitch black, and his hairstyle kind of looks like what's his name? Fuck. His whole personality. He's like confident and shit. He's greedy and shit. He basically thinks he's better than everybody. And his hair looks like the greed. Basically, his hair basically looks like Greed's hair. Basically, Deku goes to school. A lot of people think he's they think that he's working emo, so they really don't talk to him. He doesn't talk to them. He gets pretty good. He gets like he's the smartest in the class and shit. He doesn't get too many fights, and yeah, he goes through life and nobody really bullies him. Nobody really bullies him. Bullies him. Damn, I cannot speak today. Like I said, nobody really bullies. Damn it, I cannot speak. Bullies him. And yeah, Deku goes through life, living with Kaminari's parents. God, that sounds fucked up. But basically, yeah, he trains and everything. He basically trains how to use like basically like he uses like swords, katanas, knives, mostly just hand to hand. Basically melee weapons. And basically, yeah, he trains and shit. And he basically trains. Fuck. I can't do that. And basically, yeah, he basically just trains on the beach, like picking up stuff and shiz. And basically, he trains a lot. And he's like pretty buff. So a lot of people know this, and he's like pretty tall too. So like, I'm gonna say like people like who just like start like watching him like got like pretty entertained. So they basically like start like paying him to like basically like teach him how to calculate, like ask him. But I'm gonna say like before they can like start like training people and shit, like make them like get stronger, like make like someone gym basically. They basically asked him like what's his quirk, and he was like I have a super strength quirk, but like I've always like been training my whole life. And I'm gonna say like around this time Deku was like around like 11. So 5 years passed, and basically yeah. And I'm gonna say Deku was about as tall as Elric. And basically, yeah, basically people asked him to train. Basically asked Deku to train them. That's what Deku did. But they pay him, of course. Why the hell would anybody do that for free? Unless you're like really fucking nice, you know. But yeah, they basically about to pay him. Say about like $20. Basically like $20. Say a no, like $75 $75 a month, basically. Deku like trains him and everything. He puts him in tip top shape. He teaches them martial arts. He teaches him a whole lot of other things. Basically, eventually Deku becomes really not rich, but pretty wealthy, I guess. Basically even though he's like a kid, he basically makes his own gym, and like basically in slash gym half dojo. And basically he basically teaches people martial arts. He teaches people how to get stronger, stuff like that. He basically has like private memberships. He becomes like really well known. Degu's eyes are also, I'm gonna say one of his eyes are pitch black like every single fucking Uchiha's. You know? Because, not gonna lie, literally, name one Uchiha who doesn't have pitch black eyes. So I thought. And his other eye is dark red. And his hair is just, like I said, it's dark red. Yeah, I said dark red, my bad. It's dark black. Not dark red. I don't know where I got the idea from. And basically, yeah. They go trains, and eventually people a lot know him. He has his own dojo. He teaches people how to do martial arts. And I'm just like, a lot of people, a lot of heroes eventually gets know him. And I'm gonna say he basically gets discounts. I'm gonna say he basically teaches like quirkless people for free. Because he knows, like, basically knows what it's like and shit. Even though he thinks he's better than everybody else. Because, you know, that's what every single homunculi I think of. And basically, Deku's 14, it's the last day of middle school. Bakugo and it will leave on us. And don't really talk shit to Deku. Because, you know, what happened to his mom, basically. And basically, yeah, it's the last day of school. And basically, the teacher says that two people applied for UA. One got to keep Bakugo with the explosion quirk, who received praise about his quirk ever since he was in kindergarten. And Izuku Midoriya, who we all know is quirkless. Basically, everybody just like looks at Deku. Then they look back at the teacher, and they look back at Deku. They look back at the teacher, and they all say in unison, like, "Are you high?" Then they basically the teacher says, That's highly inappropriate. And no, I am not under the influence. And they're like, then why the hell did you say that he enrolled for UA? And basically she said, you did. You could really look. Basically, it basically shows them a paper, and they basically all look at it, and they're like, why the hell? And they basically ask Deku, like, why did you sign up? They're like, you know your quirkless and everything. Like, that could be dangerous and stuff. Them gonna say that, you know, he has his own gym and stuff. So, like, some people don't say that. And Bakugo basically kind of gets mad at this. Because I'm saying, like, he's still, like, he still like, hates Izuku for being quirkless. Although Deku he is, but, you know, he just has the power of homunculi. And basically, Bakugo basically throws an explosion at Deku. Bakugo kind of gets irritated by this. So he basically throws an explosion left hook at Deku. But Deku just easily catches and basically just twists Bakugo's arm to the point like it looks like it's like about to break, like Kaneki's foot when Jason twisted it after he fucking transformed into white hair Kaneki. Basically, Deku just threw him to the other side of the room. Or sent him through a couple walls, but you know he's good. After all, it's the Pete. After all, it's fucking Bakugo. God. By the way, this is gonna be a hero part. I probably shouldn't make this a villain part, but you know, fuck it. Anyway, after this, part 2 is coming out. But anyway, yeah. And Bakugo basically tries to basically throws a sneak attack at Deku. Which Deku easily just evades and just knees Bakugo right in the stomach. Which basically Bakugo basically coughs up some spit, I guess. Like you know, like when anybody gets fucking kneed in an anime, but you know, instead of blood, it's fucking spit or whatever the fuck it is. Like spit, saliva, well, just whatever the fuck it is, man. You know what I mean. Anyway. Yeah. Then Deku basically turns into that little, like, armor mode thing. And it basically covers up his whole body, and everybody's like, what the hell? And basically Deku punches Bakugo, and basically uppercuts Bakugo. And Bakugo goes flying up multiple floors. Then Deku proceeds to punch Bakugo again. Right back down. He basically jumps up into the air. Right above Bakugo. Punches him back down. And basically just kicks him right in his back, which is Bakugo flying back up to the air. Which makes him cough up. Which makes him cough again. And then Deku just hits him with that sling. That's a sling. I really need to know fucking grammar, bro. Like, I speak English. That's not my second language or none. Yeah, I speak this bad at English, bro. My grammar's fucking horrible. Ugh. Anyway. Yeah. He basically roundhouse kicks Bakugo, which basically they sends Bakugo into a wall, and basically it all cracks, and Bakugo basically coughs up blood, and basically fall to the ground. It's basically like a shockwave, but nothing like too major. Just like a shockwave of like dust and like wind. Everybody's so probably like, what the hell? Like, what the hell? Like, what's your quirk? Like, why have you been hiding this the whole time? Like, if you easily beat Bakugo, the strongest in the school. So like that, and Nicholas just told them, oh, shut the fuck up, you fucking humans. And they're like, excuse me, and Nicholas was like, you heard me, didn't you? I said, shut the fuck up before I kill you all. And he was like, did you just threaten us? And Nicholas was like, so what if I did? And basically they like all yell at him, and Nicholas was like, and basically he just he basically turned his hand, like his whole hand just turned black, basically pitch black, and his arms basically turned like into this like sharp, and basically turned his arms into like basically like knife looking things, and basically everybody's like, wait, what the hell? What the fuck? And yes, I was in the bathroom during this whole fucking time. But seriously, what the fuck, man? Oh. Anyway, Deku. Ooh. And basically they argue here. He's like, what the hell? You can't use a quirk and shit. It's like that's dangerous. Like, why the hell do you have knives? How can your hand turn into knives? I thought people only had like one quirk and stuff. And he's like basically told him to shut up again before he basically kills them. And basically he just knocked them all out because he got annoyed, including the teacher. And basically he just left. And basically he just left the school and basically walked home. Basically went through the alleyway. Not like goddamn it, under the tunnel basically, like a cannon. And basically Deku, who basically attacked such a villain tried to basically try to attack Deku, but Deku was just literally just not in the mood for this. So he instantly turned his hands into basically weapon, like basically like sharp like weapon looking knife things, majigs, and basically just instantly basically stabbed the sludge villain, and basically stabbed the sludge villain. And after he basically stabbed the sludge villain, he basically and basically after he stabbed the sludge villain was like, "Do you really think that could hurt me?" Which it actually did, but the sludge villain didn't notice. Then he did notice that he really wasn't regenerating. He's like, "What the hell is your quirk?" And Deku was like, and basically Deku just looked at the sludge villain. And he just glared at the sludge villain. And basically, like I said, he basically just glared at the sludge villain, and the sludge villain like slowly, basically. Basically, he just glared at the sludge villain. Oh god. Basically, he just stabbed the sludge villain. The sludge villain was bleeding out like I. Oh god. Like, give me my water. Come on. Come on. Give me water. Alright. Like I said, basically the sludge villain was bleeding out. Even though I repeated that over like fucking 3 times. But still. And basically the sludge villain, which it basically fell to the, basically, that sludge villain was like slowly reverting into a human. And he's like, what the? And basically he was like, what the hell? Like, how is this happening? And all of a sudden, All Might came. And basically, All Might was like, hello, young boy. Have you seen the sludge one? I mean, have you seen somebody who looks like Sludge? And Deku was like, oh, you mean that guy right there? And Deku was like, and because Deku said, that, oh, you mean this guy? And basically All Might looked at the Sludge one, and basically looked at like a regular human looking dude. And basically, he was like, that's not the Sludge one. And basically, Deku, like, yes, he is. And he's like, no, that's not. The sludge one is literally, he looks like sludge, and it's made out of sludge. And on my, I mean that's what, and Deku was like, I know, I literally just stabbed him, and he's like, what do you mean stab? Like, you get in trouble with that. And I'm gonna say Deku, my fucking god. Basically, Deku, oh, basically Deku, it was like, he attacked me first, so I used my quirk against him, and he was like, what do you mean your quirk? You could like make knives, like weapons? And Deku was like, kind of, but not really. And I was like, not what do you mean, not really? And Deku basically showed him, and he was like, that's what you used on something. And he was like, yeah, that's him. And basically, we didn't notice that's the sludge. Basically, the sludge villain was basically slowly escaping, but he was also naked, which is fucking disgusting. But he didn't know that he was basically bleeding. He noticed that he was bleeding and that he was trying to escape. And he was like, why is there a adult, like a nude male, adult male? I mean, adult man. And he was like, oh, yeah, like I said, you won't believe me, but that's the fucking sludge villain. And it's like, oh my, was like, no, it's not. And Deku was like, yes, it is. He's like, basically, that's what he would look like if he was human, basically. And nobody still didn't believe Deku, and Deku was kind of get more pissed. So his teeth like slowly started to get like more and more sharper. And then, like I said, he was like already in his the thing, basically it clothes that the homunculuses can basically make for themselves. Which I don't know why how they can even do that, but you know, fuck it. I don't say that was like just in a black tank top with some shorts, basically. Because one of the homunculuses can basically like turn into anything they want. So yeah, I'm gonna say they could just turn this uniform, the black tank top, and yeah, shorts. And Deku basically was like, if you don't believe me, I can show you. And basically Deku was like, Deku basically said like, look what's like he basically said like what's on the floor, which All Might Lily was looking at, because he was just looking at Deku. What I'm gonna say about this time was about like 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 I don't know how tall Ida is, but I'm gonna say Deku was around like 5'11", like 6 foot, basically. And basically, Deku basically said, matter of fact, I don't even know what the fuck I'm going with this. I don't know why I said that. God. Deku basically said, like, look at the floor. And I looked at the floor, he saw, like, solid sludge. And like, what, this kid was lying. And he basically took the sludge and took him to the hospital because, you know, he was fucking bleeding out. But I'm gonna say, he was basically, he was still in his All Might form. He basically jumped. Went to the hospital. Not to the hospital, into a random building, which caused a pretty big shockwave. Eve. I want to say the sludge one was back, basically. Which basically, the sludge one used his time to basically turn back into his regular form. And basically escape. And basically escaped. Same thing shit can happen. Deku heard an explosion. He came over there. He saw the sludge villain attacking Bakugo. Deku moved up in the crowd and shiz. And basically someone saw Deku and he's like, get that monster away from me. And he was like, what do you mean? He's like, you know, seriously, get that monster away from me. If you don't, I'll kill this kid. And he was like, well, like, what monster? There's no monster here. And they basically said, that kid is the monster. And they looked at Deku, who like pretty tall, you know. They look at the sludge one, slash hot and the hostage, okay, Bakugo. And they look at Deku again. They look at the hostage, and it was like, sir, the fuck you mean? And it was like, and all of a sudden, Deku instantly bolted, and it's like this pretty big crater, which just caused everybody around him to fucking go flying. But you know, nothing too serious. Like I said, it caused them to go flying basically. And Deku, basically took out he basically transformed his fingers slash hand back into that little knife thing. That's in the picture. Basically, stabbed the sludge villain this time. He stabbed the sludge villain basically, which knocked the sludge villain out. And Bakugo was like, "What the hell? Like, what's your quirk? What's your quirk? Like, what's your quirk? Like, why have you been hiding this from us all this time? Stuff like that." What does it mean copyright music? Does it mean like intro wise, or it means like honestly probably he either means intro wise like background wise, which I don't know, man. But yeah, Deku basically it's the first one everybody asked was quirk is, and Deku was like, Deku knows all of his powers by now, so he basically just tells them that his powers are basically the power. He basically has the 7 homunculi powers, and they're like what do you like? Basically, like what do you mean by 7 homunculi? And I'm gonna say he called his quirk I'm gonna say he basically called his quirk alchemy. He basically said that he basically has 2 quirks. That he has the power of all of the 7 homunculi, but he also has the power of alchemy. And it was like, and basically asked what you mean, and so Deku basically told him to give him anything. Like, it doesn't have to be valuable or nothing. And so they basically just like picked up like a regular like stone, and Deku basically touched the ground. Basically God damn it, clapped his hands together, and then touched the floor, and these big cement pillars out of nowhere came out. Well, everybody's like, what the hell? Like, how can you do that? He's like, and basically asked, like, don't you, like, it's not just like earth control? And it goes like, not really, it's just alchemy. Like, anything I touch, I can basically turn it into something else. And so they're like, what the hell? And so Deku, and so they actually get praised Deku. They also scored Deku for going in there. And Deku really doesn't care. Bakugo's just like, I believe they need your help, you nerd. Well, you know, like, why have you been hiding me so much and stuff? And Degu's like, and Deku just really didn't answer Bakugo, which made Bakugo annoyed. And Bakugo just tried to attack Deku. But Deku just turned one of his, basically, just roundhouse kicked Bakugo, which sent Bakugo off anger. And yeah. And guys, that is actually where I'm going to leave this off for. And I will see you guys in the next episode. Peace. Fuck, I want to edit this.